Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Can It Take a K26, the show where I take a variety of blasters and see if they can be upgraded using a K26 spring. I am your host, Captain Xavier, and as this is the 26th episode of Can It Take a K26, I have been told that I should do something interesting or special, so I'm going to do a few cheeky gags before we get started. First, I would like to show off this magnificent piece of work. This was given to me by my youngest sister, Stelina, who is quite possibly the most awesome youngest sister in the world. It is, of course, a Death Star Star Wars jelly bean dispenser that I have filled with the Skittles that I was given in my last episode. Push down on the Stormtrooper, out comes the Skittles. It's fabulous. For my next cheeky gag, I will need the help of my assistant, John.
Hi.
John, people keep asking me whether or not I can take a K26. Could you pass me some K26? Yes. Yes, I am capable of taking K26. Isn't that hilarious? The next thing that people keep asking is, can K26 take a K26? And as I have pointed out, any compression spring can take itself because they are, of course, the same frequency. So yes, you can in fact fit a K26 into another section of K26. And you might think, does this double the power? Well, technically, but you've also cut the compression that it's possible of doing in half, so you haven't actually gained anything. But, just for fun, how much K26 can a K26 take? Well, let's find out. There's three K26s. Can we go for 4, John? Should we? Should we?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, man.
You can do it, Master.
It is done.
She lives.
4 K26s coiled into each other. It, of course, cannot compress at all and is therefore worthless, but it can. All right, then. On to the actual show. Making noise. I'm filming here, man. I'm filming. Show some professionality. As this is the 26th episode and people asked me to do something special, I'm finally going to go ahead and do, as you could see in the thumbnail, Banco blasters. And the first one I'm going to start with is this Batman grapnel-looking thing. It's actually, it's neat looking. I kind of like the blocky look of it and the green showing through. You can put some LEDs in there and it actually looks pretty wicked. But the handle is entirely too small for my big monkey hands. But other than that, it's got a really stout priming handle, so we're gonna find out. Let's get this thing open. I've unfortunately primed it. And these things have all manner of safeties in them, so all right. Let's find out if this thing can take some K26. Could you hand me the drill?
The boil.
The drill. We'll die the slow death under the drill.
Under the drill.
It's a sure good thing it's not a snake.
Where?
No, you're pointing your ass at it. The drill!
Oh.
For Christ's sake. The cordless drill. Cut off one of your fingers! Yeah, right. Well, what do we got in here? Oh, look at that! Look at that, John!
What?
It takes K26!
It fits!
Oh, no, even... Cameron, if you're watching this, I pulled a random piece of K26 out of the bin, and it's the right size. Well, maybe. All right, here we go. Well, it catches. And it shoots. So that was a very easy yes.
Yay!
Which is awesome. I just wish it was more... I suppose I could cut the handle so I could fit my finger on it, but... Interesting. Apparently putting K26 in it bypasses the safety mechanism.
Probably because it's too powerful.
Probably. Anyway, that's a yes. On to the next contestant. Fling.
Alright.
Our next contestant, by the way, if you haven't noticed, these videos were in fact shot out of order, and I'm putting them back together later because I can't be bothered to redo them. So, this is the Banco Double Rush or Double Punch. It has been provided by Walcom, who's joining me here. because he wants to see if this works or if it explodes.
I really hope it doesn't break because I really like this blaster, but it won't mean a whole lot to me if it doesn't punch hard enough.
Yeah, so it is a 6-shot revolver, but it fires 2 darts at once, which is, I gotta say, pretty freaking cool. But can it take a K26?
According to my estimates,
Let's find
it
out.
can.
All right, we're in. We don't even have most of the screws. So, Walcom and I have our own bets going. Walcom thinks it's going to work, and I'm really, really hoping it will. If it doesn't, it's going to be because of this linkage, which is the same reason that the the Battle Scout couldn't, and the Guardian Crossbow couldn't, and any number of other blasters that the K26 fits, but the priming linkage was insufficient, and I'm dubious about this little section right here. If something breaks, that's what's going to break. But that won't even matter if it can't fit, so let's find out.
It can.
He says it can't. Hey, no spoilers.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but how do we...
I've trapped you! So, you obviously haven't done...
nothing.
Oh, yeah,
So while the captain is gathering some devious tool, no, that won't work. You're gonna break it. Don't do it.
I've done this before.
What?
Not on this one.
What have you done that on?
Like, lots of blasters where you pound the peg out. What were you gonna do?
I cut this, and then I just twist the spring on. If you can do it without breaking my blaster, I will be very happy.
Well, let's give it a try.
Because I couldn't.
Well,
I love to be proven wrong, though. I absolutely would adore to be proven wrong. Because I tried this with that Kryptonite blaster, and all I managed to do was cut myself everywhere. I don't think you need to pull the thing out.
nope.
I detest you.
Yeah.
So you can have a slightly longer piece of K26 in there.
Or this piece right here that is already we're done. Moving on.
So make sure you just edit the part out where I say that it won't work. Make sure you just fast forward through it.
What?
Just kidding, leave this in the video. So it makes me sound even worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the part where you're asking me not to point out that you were proven wrong.
Suck, yeah.
Yeah. We'll just no. Your suckage will be seen for the world. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go kill myself, so you guys have fun.
Bring back some ice cream when you get back. Okay. So we've got K26 in it.
No way.
You're never gonna be able to prime that. See, now it's my turn to be proven wrong, which is why I'm saying that. Because if I say it and then it's wrong, then I'm happy. If I don't say it and I break it.
My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does have the unstoppable Exodia. Why did you look at me? You have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what I was like.
It's especially relevant to me right now because I've been playing Duel Links constantly.
Oh, yeah. You're like, what?
I'm like, what are you talking about? You playing Duel Links too? That was my thought. You want to trade?
No, I haven't. Actually, I've avoided Duel Links.
It's actually pretty deep.
No, I actually think it's probably a great game.
I was really surprised by how.
I'm not freaking playing it. That's the last thing I need in my life.
Especially because you got to grind like 10 levels to get to anybody that's any sort of challenge, and even then they're still ridiculous. They still don't like turn their boss.
I don't want to learn how to do like synchro summoning and pendulum summoning.
Oh, they don't got that.
Oh, they do. You just haven't got to it yet.
Probably, yeah.
Because it goes through eras. You're in the Yugi Moto era, aren't
Yep.
you?
Although it has cards from.
Yeah.
From.
Well, they'll throw in those.
How about them Brooklyn Dodgers? Are they bums or what?
They should ship them across the country.
You're like, I'm a nerd, and we're talking about nerd stuff. You're like, oh, I give up.
I'm not that much of a nerd.
Yeah, I lost some nerd cred here today, that's for damn sure. Alright, I'm gonna make Walcom try it. Oh!
Prime?
I don't think it primed.
Oh, you put it in upside down.
The little kid that was here earlier did the same thing. It's like, I do that about every other gun I mod.
I should have thought about that.
Yeah, hold
Now you
that.
put the rod in upside
The rod in
Yeah.
upside down.
Oh.
So, yes, the double dealer, double what?
Double rush.
The double rush. So yes, the double rush can take a K26. You just have to reinforce the mechanism, which we did with putty, and then cut a little bit extra right here so that you can get a full prime. And it will, and I want one of these now, because that's nifty, because that's a revolving shotgun pistol, and I don't have anything like that. So, I may have to murder you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, nobody likes me anyway.
I like
Oh,
you.
I'm sure your wife likes you.
You say that.
Anyway, on to the next contestant.
I may be wrong.
Our next contestant is the much requested Boomco Halo UNSC M6 Blaster Pistol. Of course, based on the Halo game, it comes with 5 darts that can be held in the barrel, 2 in the dart holder, and 2 in the pistol. It has an interesting feature in that it cannot be fired unless it's loaded, which is nice as it prevents dry firing. It doesn't have any kind of rail because, as far as I know, Boomco doesn't have rail attachments. So, let's get right to the real question. Can it take a K26? More important question is, how the hell do you get it open? Alright, so it's not particularly easy to get into, but I have managed. Turns out there are a number of rods that are connected in that don't pull out particularly easily, but if you try hard enough, you can convince them to. And then there are a few more screws that I'll need to deal with. Okay. Well, that's not good. Alright, so it does fit. Now we just have to find out if it's actually strong enough to support it. I, like those who've come before me, I'm going to leave in the safety mechanism because it prevents dry firing, which in this blaster is a good thing. Yes it can! Fabulous! On to the next contestant. Our final contestant for the Boomco episode is the Halo Brut Biker. Apparently. It is clip-fed, uses one of the bizarre Boomco alternating harmonica clips, and top primed, fire, lovely. But what we want to know is, can this thing take a K26? I'm kind of hoping it can, because I actually really like the ergonomics, because the handle is actually slightly large for my hands, which is impressive, because most Nerf and Boomco stuff are slightly too small, because I have monkey hands. Let's do this thing. Well, let's see what we've got in here. Ah, jeez, look at this. Broke it.
What did you do?
I don't know.
What did you do? How could you?
She was so young. Where did my little pound the things out gizmo go? Am I looking at it and not seeing it, John?
I don't know everything.
Seriously.
I don't know.
The center punch.
Oh.
Knew it. I'm over here acting all innocent when you were in fact seditious.
I didn't do it. Oh, that was me.
No. If you're watching this, Welcome, I've pulled out exactly the correct length K26 from my bin.
Again.
Again. Alright. Well, the spring's in there. Hopefully I have not compromised the structural integrity too much. And hopefully I can get this thing back together. Yes! Yes, it can! No! I'm gonna leave the blades off because that way I might actually be able to make a holster for this thing because I really like it. You could put a larger magazine in it, but if you do, it's gonna be sticking out the top, but that's not the worst thing in the world. As is, it only holds 6 rounds, but still, I think it looks cool. Peachy. Well, let's recap. All right, for those of you keeping score at home or who just like to skip to the end to see the results, you know who you are. That was a yes for the Kryptonite Strike. That was a yes for the M6 pistol, which, as an added bonus, also means that that is a yes for the Far Shot, as the M6 is very much just a reshell of the Far Shot, and any of you who make a Jolt reshell comment at this point will be getting your commenting privileges revoked. That was a yes for the Double Rush. Don't ask why. And finally, that was a yes for the Halo Brut Biker. Turns out, Banco is really good at taking a K26. Who would have thought? I suspect this is largely due to the, just the fact that the plunger tubes they use happen to be exactly the right size, and the fact that they use a lot of metal rods to reinforce the internals makes it so that the structure can very easily handle it. And their catch mechanisms are a little bit more robust, I would say, than some of the Nerf ones out there. So there you have it. If you happen to like Banco, you're in luck because they're pretty good at taking K26. So if you have any questions, suggestions, thoughts, ideas, things you want to see in future episodes in this season, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.